team which has made the playoffs on all 3 occasions. The winner of the title in 2024, led by the ageless T20 superstar Kieran Pollard, MI Emirates with a strong Calypso presence in their lineup, looks a formidable force yet again. Winner of the inaugural edition, Golf Giants, had a disappointing run last season, failing to make the playoffs. Under a new coaching setup, can the star-studded side rise to glory yet again? After 2 box office clashes to start season 4 with a bang, we are all set for a riveting contest tonight between 2 former champions.
Yes, it is match 3 of the DP World ILT20 Season 4. We are off and running. It is the Golf Giants taking on MI Emirates. 2 teams that have enjoyed a lot of success at this tournament, both having one in the inaugural season and one in Season 2. Can they go a little bit further this time round? Let's head out to the middle now with Mike Hazeman with the captains for the toss, then Simon Dool for the pitch report.
Okay, we're all set and ready to go for the toss. I've got the important gentleman alongside me. I've got Moeen Ali, who is the captain of the Giants, Kieran Pollard, captain of Emirates. I've got the match referee, Roshan Mohanama. Roshan, welcome. And also Kunal Shah, the toss representative. Welcome as well, sir. Righto, you got the coin, Moeen. Where we go?
Tails.
Tails is the call.
Tails is the call.
It is heads.
Heads it is. Moeen, what are you going to do?
We're going to bowl first.
And what are the reasonings behind that?
Just it's our first game and the wicket looks a decent wicket. Could be some dew later on, so they're the main reasons really.
I know you want to get off to a good start, and in particular at this venue, obviously you're now captain today. We'll talk about that more in a sec. But last year you lost your first 6 at this venue, so you've got a good start today and get on a bit of a roll.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but yeah, I mean it's important to get a good start. It's important to get a good start in this competition, but it's more important to play well, even if you lose to it. Like you just put a good performance in. But obviously you need the points as well at some stage, but we're hoping to get those points against a very good side tonight.
And James Vince is the normal captain, but not playing tonight?
Yeah, he got hit in the hip a few days ago and he's just struggling a little bit, but hopefully he'll be back next game.
Okay, now one of the good things about your lineup is it's a good familiar bunch of guys. They know each other pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. We've had some good sessions, good team bonding exercises, and those are kind of things that franchises do now. So, and there's a lot of familiar faces who have played together quite a bit before, so really excited, really looking forward to it.
And it's never easy to keep these guys quiet.
No, never. This is the one side that always obviously wins, well, most of the time wins all over the world, and obviously Polly leading is an outstanding captain and player, so they're terrific side. It's probably best to play them first game.
Moeen, thank you. Enjoy it.
Thanks.
Kieran, had you won the toss, what were you going to do?
Same exactly as Moeen.
Right, okay. Now, before we go any further, congratulations. You've done everything in the game. You're still belting the ball a mile. First time tonight, captaining for 200 times in a T20 game.
Oh, that's an amazing start. I didn't even know that. But again, I've been around a long time, as well. Carry a wealth of experience, with myself. So hopefully I can just continue to pass that on, within the dressing room, and it's up for a positive.
Now, how's the build-up so far to this season in the change room? How's it looking?
It's been good. The guys have been here for the last week, 10 days or so. If it's one thing, this franchise, we pride ourselves on preparation. So, guys have been here preparing, while some would have been playing in that T10 tournament, recently. So I think the guys are looking forward, they're raring to go, and, hopefully we can give a good account of ourselves, first up with the bat. Now, looking back at last season, what are the important things to get right this season, right at the start? Starting properly as a franchise is something that, we sometimes a bit slow starters. But I thought, overall last year, I thought we have a very good season. We finished third. Unfortunately for myself personally, I had to leave the tournament due to some personal issues. But I thought the guys, really did well. They just missed out on a finalist place. So again, we got to go 2 steps further this time around. And again, also there's a bit of a Caribbean flair about things. So you guys have got familiarity, which means role playing is very precise. The guys know what they need. Yeah, everyone is clear, on what we have to do. Even the newcomers who have come into the squad, giving them an opportunity to understand the roles that they're going to play when they get an opportunity. So, for us, we have a couple of new faces, even in our squad. So, but I said, from role clarity perspective, it's just a matter of come out and perform now. Good stuff, Skipper. Well done again. 200 times. Well done. Thank you. Enjoy it. Okay, the news in the middle is the Golf Giants have won the toss, and they're going to bowl first.
Right, now I'm going to have a chat to Simon Dawes. Simon's alongside me. Sorry, Simon, let's have a bit of a chat about this pitch. Let's just stroll over and have a bit of a look. Your thoughts initially about the game a couple of nights ago?
I moved a couple of surfaces across. That was from 2 nights ago, Hazy. I thought it played okay. The key to batting here is getting through that power play. I think that's been one of the key things. A little bit drier, this one, than the one the other night, and a little bit more grass, according to Matt Sandry, who's the chief curator here. So when you look at it, I think the grass covering is really nice. I think about the success that we've had in the last 2 to 3 years. I'll go back to last year's success. What worked in the power play from a bowling point of view? Just hitting a really good hard length. 18 wickets in that power play last year from just a good length, and the other 5 just full of a good length. So if you get the ball up, I think you will have success. What we saw from the Dubai Capitals the other night, they were just too short, way too short in that power play. So I think you get the ball up there, there'll be a little bit of movement. From a batting point of view, don't be worried about batting first, because if you do put enough runs on the board, when you get through that batting power play with 1 or none down, I think you can cash in at the back end. That's going to be the key for me. One thing we saw the other night, Hazy, you'll be interested in this, all those guys sliding, knees into the ground. Now that happens at this end of the ground. The reason being it happens at this end of the ground, because the sun only ever shines from about here, that way. So this end never sees any sun. It's all artificial down that end. You can slide at the other end though, folks. If you want to get your knee into the ground, you can slide down there, no problem at all. A little bit closer to this side, so expect many sixes into that territory.
One thing I noticed from the other night is the fact the ball swung. We normally talk about it swinging the white ball for a couple of overs only. It swung up until about the 7th over the other night. And
because it's very early in the season, there's a lot of grass coverage on and around. The block is nice and green as well, so it doesn't get scuffed up as much. Surface has got a bit of grass on it, that'll maintain the ball. It'll swing for 7, 8, 9 overs, maybe 10.
Okay, Simon, good stuff. We'll hear in the com box shortly.
Thank you.
Right, the track looks good. The one thing we've got to think about is the dew situation a little bit later. It was a little bit dewy in the game, the first game 2 nights ago. We'll have to see how it is these days. The guys use a towel and they use the ball pretty well these days, so they're not overstressed by it, but it will definitely come here.
Thank you, boys, very much. I do love a good bit of dew chat, but it does feel early in the night. Darren Ganga, Andy Flower alongside me, and you love a bit of dew chat, don't you, Darren?
yeah. The deeper you go in the night, it could be advantageous, of course, for that team batting second. And we've seen that here in Dubai, of course, teams having a little bit of an advantage bowling first. So we'll have to wait and see. You can also bat first and win.
Andy, it is game 2 for you, and it's your old team here tonight. Now, I saw you out there mixing it up with the boys. How are they feeling?
Yeah, well, they've got a change of captain, so they got a new captain because James Vince is injured today. But they're raring to go. They've got a new coach as well, obviously, Jonathan Trott, an old friend of mine from his playing days and my coaching days. So a lot of change at Golf Giants, and I'm hoping that they start strong today. Yeah,
it'll be interesting. It's an interesting matchup, and a lot of new faces in and around, a lot of last-minute call-ups. Rashid Khan has come into the mixer for today. 500 T20s under his belt, so a bit of experience, Darren.
A bit of experience. We saw Sunil Narine the other day picked up his 600 T20 wicket. Well, guess what? Rashid Khan is very close to 700 wickets. That's the wealth of experience that he will bring to this side. Of course, he's replaced Jordan Thompson. You look at last season's squad compared to this one for my Emirates, just about 9-10 players with continuity into this season. So that's a core that they can build upon, and Karen Pollard said it at the toss. They have invested a lot in their preparation. You can expect this side to turn up and produce the results because they pride themselves on excellence.
They certainly do. If we look at my Emirates a little bit more and their leadership group and the structure there, they've changed captain again for this season, and Karen Pollard, who also brings a whole lot of experience. You've got the likes of Rashid Khan now in the mixer for a couple of games perhaps. So how do you balance it out, and who do you listen to, and how does the setup work if you're the coach in that scenario?
Well, I don't think there's any problem with people listening to and respecting Karen Pollard. I've just had a great experience with him in the T10 when he was leading our side and leading to victory. And I'm not surprised that he leads sides to victory. He's an absolute winner character-wise. So people will be hanging on his every word. He carries himself really well. Nicky Pooran can rest and relax into his playing. And I think they have got a wealth of experience and leadership. We talked about Rashid Khan with 500 games under his belt. Pollard's got 700 and something games under his belt. So all that experience will come into not only his play, but how he marshals his troops.
Experience and expectation is another thing in this type of game, isn't it? Because we had an auction this time around for Season 4 of the DP World ILT20. OK, so Fletcher goes for the highest amount. How does he feel tonight?
Well, he will have to carry that burden of expectation. The other thing is, when you look at Season 3 and what My Emirates achieved, they weren't so good in that opening combination. They didn't secure a 50-plus run partnership. So Fletcher might be a solution, but who partners with him? That will be challenging for Robinson, the coach of this team, because there are quite a few options there. Mohamed Wazeem, there's also Johnny Bairstow, who has dominated at the top of the innings. Now he's batting in the middle. So to see who partners with Andre Fletcher will be quite interesting. They'll want to get it right because, as you heard from Simon Dool, you win the power play with the bat, you get very close to winning the game, in my estimation, here in Dubai.
All right, Darren, I want to thank you very much for your time and your thoughts. We love you. We appreciate you. We're going to hear from you in the commentary box. We're going to take a short break here, and when we come back, we'll talk about the teams and what's coming up in this huge game. Welcome back to Game 3 of the DP World ILT20. Thank you for joining us here on Cricket Safari. Andy and I are now joined by Simon Dool. Golf Giants, they have won the toss against My Emirates, and they're going to have a bowl first. And hardly any surprises at this venue, Dooley.
No surprises at all. I think, when I look at sides who have batted first, some have played relatively well last year, 170, 175, but they've been successful because they've got through the power play. If you can get through the power play here with none or one down, it doesn't have to be 8, 9, 10 and over. If you can be around that 35 to 40, none down, one down, particularly with the power of what My Emirates have got, then I think you can cash in at the back end. And that's the mistake that so many sides have made. They've lost wickets early. We just highlighted what had been the key to taking wickets, getting that length right, swinging the ball, seaming the ball. But get through the first 5, 6 overs, none or one down. I think then you can actually push on through the middle. Then you can start to put pressure back on the spinners in the opposition and maybe take 1 or 2 down through there.
All right, Dooley, well, would you talk us through this power for My Emirates tonight?
Yeah, it's a good look inside, and you think about Mohamed Waseem right up at the top, Johnny Bairstow in, Kyron Pollard, Banton, who's got 200s in the tournament so far, Nicholas Pooran, Romario Shepherd, Tejinder Dhillon, Wokes. There's so much there to like about what they've got in that side. They'll bring in a substitute, but from a bowling point of view, you would imagine that might be Shakib, maybe even if they lose some wickets, with another spin bowling option to add to Gazantfa. But it's a very powerful side, and they can score big.
They're coming up against a team who was a little bit uncharacteristic last year, but they've got a few key players still in the side. No James Vince tonight, he is injured, but there's still plenty there, isn't there, Andy?
Yeah, no James Vince to captain and open the batting, but they've got Gurbaz and Nissanka, two very explosive stroke makers up front. Asif Khan from the UAE gets a chance. But it's really their bowling, I think, that is their strength. Nuwan Tashara, the Sri Lankan, who slings it, swings the new ball, and is a wicket taker up front. And Shamsi and Dawson will be a very good spin combination in those middle overs.
They absolutely will. Now, I want to hear about Moeen Ali. We've seen him a lot around the world. He's been so successful at international level and at the franchises as well. He's played in this tournament with the Sharjah Warriors and now the Golf Giants. To take on the role as captain, when you have that much experience and you travel around the world, do you come in with expectation, or what's it like when you have to step into the role as captain with a team that's been around for a while?
Well, that experience will hold him in good stead. A terrifically talented player. Talking to Mo in the last 8, 10, 12 days, he's moved his family out here to Dubai now. He's living in the area. He said that the environment in and around him and his family is now so relaxed. He's absolutely loving it. And I think he understands, Andy, that this is the back end of his career. It's the enjoyment time. And he's always been such a free-flowing stroke maker, but a very good thinker of the game as well, I believe.
Yeah, I think the other thing he's able to do, he was saying, is practice a lot. He's got a very short travel time to his practice venue, and it's not like being at home where it was a little more difficult getting those facilities.
Tabraiz Shamsi is going to start. There's no doubt. He always does at all the tournaments he plays in. But for the Golf Giants, has he got some magic for them in Season 4?
Right, guys, we've got Tabraiz Shamsi here. Are we ready for the shoot? Cameras rolling, audio okay?
Camera rolling.
Right. But, guys, this is not a great frame. Can we have something more exciting or something more magical?
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry. I'll sort it out. Right, I'm here. Let's go. Magic is something that's always fascinated me from a young age. You know, just the way a magician can make things appear out of nowhere, make things disappear out of nowhere, and like, you know, right in front of your eyes do things that are just crazy. You just can't explain how it's happening. So from a young age, I was always fascinated by magic. It's something that I really, you know, enjoyed doing. And then once I started playing cricket, it was like, look, I love playing cricket. I love doing magic. And, you know, people take time out to come and watch us play, or they sit in front of their TVs. They take their time out. They want to be entertained. You know, if I think back to when I started playing professional cricket, I was just hoping to get a few games regularly for my domestic team back home, second team actually, and then just some opportunities to play first team cricket back home. And then obviously then to play A-side cricket, and then for my country, and then playing leagues. To be the 20th most wickets out of every single player that has ever played T20 cricket professionally, it's a bit mind-boggling, to be honest. And you know, even now I don't feel like it's sank in, but now that I am on the list, I would definitely love to keep on climbing higher and higher on that. When I step onto the field, my #1 goal definitely is to make people happy. The people that are coming to the ground to watch, the people that are watching on TV, and also my family, you know, my wife, my son, my friends, and just my teammates as well. You know, if they're happy, it means we won the game. That's ultimate.
I personally have so many questions about the shoe. I want to know how quickly he gets it back on, how tight is the shoelace done up for him to get it off so fast when he takes a wicket. But he will take wickets because that is what he does. How do you face him? If you're my Emirates tonight, you're getting ready to take him on.
Well, I'm going to pass this one over to a man who played spin beautifully. But what I will say is that Andy and I talked in commentary the other night and off air about how low and the trajectory of the modern day T20 spinner, why it makes them so difficult. Shamsi collapses that front leg quite a lot. He's got a very low trajectory. So does Noor Ahmed, who had success here the other night. Rashid Khan a little bit as well. How do you play those guys who are a little quicker and a little skiddier across the surface?
Yeah, I think bounce used to be such a characteristic of top spinners, but it's not so much anymore because batters are wanting to get under the ball. And these guys like Shamsi, like Rashid Khan, they bowl with a low trajectory and the ball skids on. And you don't need the ball to move that much, but if there's a little bit of deception in your release, and he was talking about his magic, wasn't he? Well, that sleight of hand, he's definitely got. So as a batter, reading that, and then the ball's hardly ever bouncing above the stumps. So if it's pitching on and hitting anywhere near the stumps, batsmen have to check their shots a little. There's that danger of getting LBW or bowled. And Shamo is brilliant at bowling that good length. That's one of the common denominators of great spinners is bowling a great length.
So game 3 is almost underway here at beautiful Dubai International Cricket Stadium. I'll ask for your predictions. Is it my Emirates or is it the Gulf Giants tonight?
You know what? I'm going to go with the side batting first. I just think they'll put runs on the board. I know it sounds silly, but I did it the other night. I'm going to stick to my guns. My Emirates.
Oh, okay, and for you? Oh, this is a tricky one. Very interesting.
Is this a heart or head decision?
You tell me.
I've got to go with heart. Come on, the Gulf Giants.
Come on, the Gulf Giants. We are not far away. We're going to take a short break here, and when we come back, we get ready for Game 3 of the DP World ILT20. The Gulf Giants have won the toss, and they'll bowl first.